Won't you lay me down in the tall grass and let me do my stuff? Bow, 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 bow. Here's one thing I think you should know. I'm gonna miss you when you go. Time go by. Time. Oh, check that out. Woohoo! What the heck is that? Whoa. I look kind of cool. What the hell? Where did that thing come from? That is a weird looking thing. Where did that come from? I am totally clueless on that. All right, that being said, how do I get rid of that damn thing? No. Thank you. Back to normal. I'm just a normal kind of guy. That's all it is. Here we go. Felix Barba. Could you look at AB stock symbol? Oh, sure, why not? What are we looking at AB for? What is AB? Now, it's never a good thing when I say, what is it? Well, if I don't know what it is, it's usually not going to work. Dennis Mancini, que pasa, amigo? Wait a minute. No, not quite there yet. All right. Having issues with Facebook yet again. Okay, I'm not even going to deal with that one. Okay, AB stock. What the heck is AB stock? AB stock. Yeah, that's a no. Okay, Astern. Extern? What is that name? Dennis, how is it going over there today? Alrighty then. So I'm not quite sure why you wanted me to look at Alliance Bernstein. It is a monthly optionable stock. Monthly options just don't work for me. That's going to be a no. That's a no. Facebook isn't responding. Well, imagine that. So let's keep on rolling. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looking good. Woohoo. All right, here we are. Just getting started. More likes can attract more viewers. Keep it up. Looking good. John, thank you very much. Had a nice dividend, 77 cents per share per quarter. All right. Okay. I don't like it because I'm not just investing for the dividends. I'm investing for the premiums. And the premiums are usually higher than the dividends. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Having issues with Facebook. Fish, what's happening? Colorado wants to look at Procter and Gamble. I like Procter and Gamble. They've been in business for over 100 years. Oh, look at this. Doesn't look that good. Had a big drop yesterday. Well, a little bit of retracement today. Now, one more day to the upside, and that's looking good. Terry, how are you today? Terry, I noticed you were on late last night. What do I think of M&T Bank? T-Bone, you actually got to give me the ticker symbol because I've never heard of M&T Bank. Procter & Gamble. Well, Procter & Gamble, here's our high. Here's our low. Here's where it was. Look at the movement. Down, up, down. Once we find that 30-day bottom, it looks like it's going to be an opportunity. Now, currently at 163.58, the 165s are going for 75 cents. That's not quite there. The 162s, I'm losing a buck. Yep, nope. Sorry, Procter & Gamble's, the numbers just don't look good this week. Nice warm California day. It was absolutely gorgeous here in Florida. I went out gallivanting around, hit Home Depot, picked up a few things. What else did I do? Did some cooking, did some making. My mom wants to set up a, what do you call that? A tribute garden to her mother and her sister. So I'll be working on that for the past couple of weeks. Still having issues with TikTok. With Facebook. Daniel, how are you doing over there? Let's see. All right, so let's keep on going. T-Bone, you got to give me the stock symbol so I can take a look at it because I have no idea what MT Bank is. Oh, MTB. Wow. What does it mean to exercise an option? Oh, wait a second. We got more information here. MTB. Got your name right. Well, alrighty then. T-Bone wants to look at MTB. That's a no, Daniel. Sorry, T-Bone. No. Okay, now, T-Bone, I'm looking specifically for weekly cash flow. Now, I like weekly options on a dividend stock. It allows me, HOG, I might need to roll to next week, which is fine. I rolled mine to next week already. I mean, I'm already up 9.5% in less than a month. Daniel, alrighty. All right, so T-Bone, I want weekly cash flow. How am I supposed to get weekly cash flow off of a monthly optionable stock? Yes, had to watch you. Yeah. Yeah, well, I got booted for 3 days. They wanted me to do nothing until after the election. What is behind you? What is behind me? That's my screen. That is my trading platform. This is Think or Swim. You have your stock symbol and stock prices up here. Down here, the option prices. And over this side here, well, we have the charts. Okay, I look at the 1-year chart, the 90-day chart, the 30-day chart, and then the seasonality chart. I like the seasonality chart. It gives me an idea. Yeah, okay. Gives me an idea where the stock is going to go. Knowing where the stock is going to go is a great opportunity. You got that one? All right. Dennis, we're going to get to Holly Davidson in a little bit. Able Mall. Cloudy Day wants to take a look at Able Mall. ALB. All right. First thing I always want to take a look at, the 1-year chart. Where is the high of the year? Where is the low of the year? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? And what direction is it going? Up, down, sideways, down, and then up. Well, it's going to the upside. Can I borrow some money? Sure, come on over. I got a whole bunch. $100.50. The 100 is going for $3.45. Wait a minute, that's 2 weeks away. That's right? Yeah, that's next week. $3. That's a 3% trade on Able Mall. Paul, you are awesome. Your class has made us so knowledgeable. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Daniel, you're kinda lago. You kinda lago. I have no idea what that means. Kinda lago? What does that mean? Okay, I'm having issues with this thing. Issues. Camera. Unable to open the camera. If it doesn't open, oh, that's not good. Camera's not working on that one. All right. So Able Mall, like I said, the $100 option price. So if I buy it tomorrow and I sell an option for next Friday, because tomorrow's Friday. So if I buy an option, if I buy the stock and sell the option, I can collect over 3%. Well, that's what I'm looking for. Hey, how are you doing? All right. All right, so that being said, Able Mall. Let's take a look. A year ago, Able Mall was at 122. The top of the year was 153. Alfredo, how are you today? 153. The bottom, well, that was a couple of months ago. On the 14th of August, and that was 71.97. Way to go, Alfredo. 71.97 is the bottom. Well, the last 30 days, 30 days ago, we opened up at 99.85. She shot up a little bit, hit a high at 104.68. That was on the 10th of last month. Okay. Now from there, look at the bottom. That's quite a bit. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. It wouldn't go below 93 or 92. Is that right? Yeah, wouldn't go below 92, 93. So she shoots up. Today, a nice movement to the upside. Actually going to challenge that 30-day high. Look where it went today. 103, 103.86 today. Yeah, that thing should be pulling back down again. I mean, that's a lot of movement from 94 to 104. That's a lot of movement. All right. That being said, let's see what it looks like if we play this out. The 100s. All right, let's move over to a covered stock. Let's do the 100s. There it is. Let's do just 100 shares. 100 shares should be about 10 grand. Do it at the market. So it fell first thing in the morning. Here's what it sounds like. By one covered call of Able Mall, 15 November 24. That means the option is going to expire worthless or expire next Friday, the 15th. Oh, sorry, dude, I can't read that. You know, it's nice that you're saying hi and all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff, but I can't read that language. Alfred is back. Okay, so 15 November, that means the option is going to expire next Friday. So if someone is going to buy it from me, they got to do it anywhere between when I sell the contract and when the contract expires, which is next Friday. Okay, the 100 call option against the Able Mile stock at the market. Here is the profit right there, $3.59 per share. Where am I from? I'm from the Boston area originally, but now I'm in St. Petersburg. $359 is the contract. Don't ask that. Okay? That being said, let's bring up my calculator. Okay, $359 is the maximum profit on this particular trade. Okay, what is it costing me? It's costing me $9,641. So I'm going to divide it by 9,641. That gives me a grand total of 3.72%. Screen cap. Okay, I can't read that either, dude. Okay, 3.72% for 1 week. Can you imagine 3% per week? That's 157% per year if you can do it every single week. What does it mean to exercise an option? Jaimir Patel, how are you doing today? Basically, to exercise an option, you got to understand where you are in that equation. Okay? Are you buying the option? Are you selling the option? Okay? That being said, all right, Dustin, that's enough. Okay? You made your point. Let it go. All right. That being said, if you are a buyer or if you are a seller, it depends. Now, I am a seller because all options have, well, 80% of all options have a tendency to expire worthless. So I don't want to buy an option. I want to sell the option. All right. There we go. Sorry, Dustin, I don't want to hear that crap. Okay, that being said, if I buy the stock at 100, I sell the option at 100, okay, that means that's 10 contracts. I don't want to do that. I'm running in a blank. And back to where we started. Here we go. All right. As I was saying, if I buy the stock at 100, if I sell the option for someone to buy it from me anytime between when they buy the option and the expiration date. The expiration date here is 15 November. That's next Friday. So to exercise the option, basically, the person who bought the option calls up his broker and says, hey, I want to exercise my option. What they're doing is basically buying the shares from me at $100. Just letting me know. Because when you sell someone the option, they have the right to buy it from you anytime they want, when they pay for it and the expiration. So it's anytime between today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They can buy it anytime they want at the agreed upon price. The agreed upon price at this moment in time is the 100. Okay, so if I'm buying it 150, $100.50, I'm selling this here. That's what I'm making. Okay, so whoever exercises it, all they do is call up your broker. Then they take the stocks away from you. You get paid for it. Then you get all your money back, and you get the premiums, which is usually higher than the dividends. And we're looking to get over 1%, which is what we're doing. Okay, Hemba. Is that right? Hemeb? What's your opinion on RKLB? I can tell you right now it's going to be a no. RKLB. Rocket Labs. Okay, Rocket Labs is at 1346. Well, it's definitely going to be a no. Can we take a look at EL? Ooh, Estee Lauder. I actually have some Estee Lauder. Now, the reason why Rocket Labs is going to be a no, because it's at the high of the year today. One thing I never, ever do, ever, is buy at a high. Because it's like standing on a ladder and waiting for someone to bring you a taller ladder. It doesn't make sense. It's never been over 14 this year. What makes me think just because I buy it is going to go over 14? No. I want it to pull back. See, it pulled back once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. 8 times it went up, pulled back, up, pulled back. See? Up, pull back, up, pull back, up, pull back. Up, pull. You can call it profit taking if you want. She goes up, profit taking, up, profit taking, up. Now she's going to have profit taking yet again. So no, I don't buy at the high. Terribly sorry. Okay, and I have no idea if Rocket Lab even has dividends. Okay, so let's keep on going. MTB, we already looked at that one. What do I think of Toronto? Uh-oh. TD. Was that TD Bank? There he goes, right here. Toronto Dominion Bank. TD Bank. Yeah, okay. Well, let's take a look at it. TD. That's going to be a no. Now, when I say weekly options, and you give me something that has monthly options, it's just wasting our time because the numbers just don't look right. Shenizzle. All right, Shenizzle, GWW. Is that Granger? It is Granger. It's a no also. I'll moderate. Paul, let's do it. Add as moderator. There you go, Paul. Blocked word. Okay, there you go. You are now officially the moderator on YouTube. Okay, any weird stuff, just give them a warning first, then toss them. Okay, I want to do that. See the Dutch Bros stock recently? All right. Optional. You got to give me a ticker symbol because that doesn't mean anything to me. I have no idea what Dutch Bros stock recently. I have no idea what that means. What does it mean to exercise an option? All right, Jaime Patel, we already looked at that. It just means someone is actually, see, when you do a covered call, you buy the stock, you sell the option. That is a covered call. You collect the premium. Whoever bought it from you has the right to buy it from you. Thank you, Paul. Granger. We already said no to Granger because it's a monthly. Ivan, how are you today? What stocks you analyze? Oh, Shenizzle. Only dividend stocks. Okay? Only dividend stocks. That's it. Terry. Webull just started a 24-hour trading. I'm so excited. Cool beans. All right, Slime, what's happening? How do you feel about GSAT? Andy Pig. Okay, Andy Pig, I've never heard of GSAT. GSAT. Global Star. Yeah, that's a no also. Bull Soldier, covered calls. Yeah, we do covered calls here. It's the simplest, safest, and most predictable trading strategy there is. I am retired. I do not want to gamble anything. I want to make sure my money is safe. I want to make sure the trading strategy I'm going to use is simple, predictable, and consistently makes money. That's what I'm looking for. 1% a week, that's 50% per year. And I'm pretty much okay with 50% per year. All right. GSAT's a no. How often do sold calls get called before expiration? I think I get 6 different accounts. Okay, so the 3 accounts that I share with you, I think 4 got called away. Now I have another account and they get called away almost every week because that's why I intend them to do. Okay. AMD. AMD. Isn't that a no? AMD? Yeah, Advanced Micro Devices. I think they're a no, aren't they? Yahoo Finance. AMD. Here we go. All right, AMD historical prices. They have no dividends. Yeah, sorry, AMD has no dividends. That's going to be a no. Okay, so user 32191794277732. Yeah, I don't like companies. No dividends, no thank you. Simple. No dividends, no thank you. No weekly options, no thank you. It's as simple. No dividends, no thank you. No weekly options, no thank you. Simone, how are you today? Pfizer. Didn't we look at Pfizer last night, Simone? PFE. Here we go. Here's Pfizer. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was a year ago, here's where it is now. Look at this. Down, up, down. It's currently at 27.53. The 27.50s are going for 15 cents. Hell no. Sorry, Simone. Those numbers just, no thank you. Sorry, kiddo. Pfizer does have a good dividends and good premiums once in a while. This time, no. User 32191794277732. WBA better to sell 9 at 950. Paul, we'll look at that next. Let's answer this question on AMD. I don't like AMD. It has no dividends. Now, the reason why I want a dividend, other than I want a portion of the profits, other than that, that alone should be self-explanatory, and it should be a no-brainer. If the company's profitable, I want to share the profits. However, AMD does not have any dividends. Also, a dividend stock, just before they pay their dividend, they have a tendency to go up in value. So if the stock is going up in value, it makes a trade that much easier. Okay, but what trade are you going to do? There are so many different strategies. What is simple? What is safe? What is predictable? What is going to give me my goal? Well, my goal is pretty simple. Okay, I want 50% per year, which means I'm jumping in on a Monday, I'm getting it on a Friday. In a perfect world. It doesn't happen all the time, but that's what I would like to happen. Sometimes I carry it for a week, sometimes I carry it for 2 weeks, sometimes I carry it for 3 weeks. The longest I've ever carried anything was Kimberly-Clark, and I carried that for 9 months. Now, I did make a profit off of it because I collected 3 dividends, and I collected, I think, like 33 or 35 premiums. How do I join the course? Yeah, simple. You come over to the 10-minute trader. Wait. The10minutetrader.com. Okay, now you're over here on YouTube. So it should be somewhere in the link in the bio somewhere, the10minutetrader.com. And as soon as you land on the 10-minute trader, it's this icon right there. That is a hyperlink that goes right to the, what do you call it? The Patreon. But there's another link right here. Live trading. Join our morning trading group. That's there also. Remember, the 10-minute trader. Let's get back to where we were. Alrighty. Terry, thank you for that. Options on RKLB. RKLB. What the heck is RKLB? Rocket Labs. Didn't we just look at Rocket Labs? I'm pretty sure we did. RKLB. Rocket Labs. Dividends only. There are no dividends, no thank you. Thanks, Paul. No dividends, no thank you. Okay? No weekly options, no thank you. AMD's a no. APA. Andrea, how are you today? Hi. Is your strategy always winning? Can stocks you buy be overpriced or inflated? Well, everything can be overpriced and inflated. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that question. But as of this date, as of this moment, I got 3 accounts that I share with you guys publicly. Account number 1's over 80%. Account number 2's over 70%. Account number 3, which is only 6 months old, is up over 30%. Okay, 30% in July. So July, August, September, October, 4 months at 30% already. Okay, that's not bad. Alrighty. Andrea wants to take a look at not after January. Ivan, what are we talking about not after January? Slime, I hope we can look at Target and EL. Thanks. So Target and Estee Lauder. TGT. All right, just America will be great again. Maddox, how are you today? Thank you for that. We're just trying to be interactive on what we're doing, you know, not the obvious. Okay, Andrea, APA. APA. Ooh, Andrea, that don't look good. Well, here we go. The high was a year ago. The low is today. That is straight down, kiddo. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's all it does, down, up. But we're currently at the bottom of the year. 22.19. The 22s are going for 51. That's over 2%. The 22.5s, over 1.5%. Okay, fine. Carrie Dills, how are you today? But Andrea, okay, she goes from 38.61, keeps on dropping. Look at the last 30 days. Where are we? Okay, here's the last 30 days. 30 days ago was the 30-day high. Gap down, went up. Gap down, went up. Gap down, went up. Now she's all the way down here. That's a big drop. More than likely, there is going to be a retracement tomorrow. Whenever you have a big drop like that big, with that much volume, yeah, she's going to bounce tomorrow. But I like 2 days to the upside. Tomorrow would only be one, so we'd have to take this into next week. You trade in the gym. No, I don't trade in the gym. Dave, we're going to take a look at Macy's. Should I buy stock in full, or is it better to buy parts of stock and not full? Peyton, are you talking about, hold on a second, fractional shares? How about Disney? Ugh, Disney, D-I-S. Let's jump in, see where we are. First off, we want to take a look at Estee Lauder. Now, I do have some Estee Lauder. So, we had a big drop last week, or was it the week after, or week before? I don't know, but Estee Lauder, big name. All right, first thing I want to see, the high of the year, the low of the year. Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? And what's the direction? Up, down, big drop. Here's where she should be bouncing right there at the bottom. I love it. I love a bottom of the year because you cannot get any lower than the bottom of the year. So the bottom of the year, you buy low and you sell high. Well, guess what? You ain't getting any lower than the low of the year. Let's zoom into that and see what it looks like before we decide what we're going to do. Okay, so last week we had a drop down. All right, so it was very uncomfortable hearing it. So 87.33, she drops down to the 66 area. Our 30-day bottom was yesterday, not today, but yesterday. I love a 30-day bottom, but I want 2 days to the upside before I jump in. Today is 1 day to the upside. I want 2. So it might be a perfect opportunity for Monday. Now, I already have some somewhere in the 90s, okay? So I could dollar cost average down, but I'd only dollar cost average down if she starts trending to the upside. All right. That being said, what does it normally do this time of year? For that, we look at the seasonality chart. And if you don't know what a seasonality chart is, well, basically you're taking 10 years worth of data. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 18, 19, 20, so on and so forth. 10 years to give us an idea of what it normally does this time of year. So the blue line represents this year, 2024. This red line here, that's 10 years worth of data to find out what it does normally this time of year. Well, the blue dot right there, that's today. So I want to take a look at this area, because this area gives me an idea of what it normally does this time of year. Well, you line them up, and that is a definite to the upside for the next, well, right up until the end of the year. Well, that's a yes for me. But let's take a look at the numbers. What are we doing with the numbers? Okay, so we're currently sitting at 66.31. The buy is at 67. So the 67s are going for 155. That is 2%. I like 2%. 2% a week is over 100% a year. If you can get 2% a week, that's doubling your money every year. All right. Dave wants to take a look at Macy's. So Estee Lauder is 2%. Cool beans. Macy's is next. Macy's. Now, Macy's is one of my happy stocks. Do you typically decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving or after? Oh, after. Okay, I can't stand seeing Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving. All right, Macy's, the high of the year, that's 22.10. That was in the middle of March. The bottom was 10.56. That was in the beginning of November of last year. Well, look at the last 30 days. Okay, here's your last 30 days for Macy's. 30 days ago at 15.20. The previous 30-day high, 16.60. Drops, finds the bottom here at 15. Look at this. She gaps up on Wednesday and continues up today, making a new 30-day high at 16.70. Well, there's a new high right there for Macy's. So Peyton, thanks, Paul. I'll go to that website, sign up for the course. Cool beans. So that being said, Peyton, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. With TOS, can you buy the stocks and the seller covered calls at the same time? Well, absolutely. Let's do one right now on Macy's. Because I love a 30-day bottom, 2 days to the upside, but this is at the 30-day high. So let's take a quick look. iDrive. Hello, I'm holding $150,000 Canadian. What should I invest in? Pizza. Let's have a pizza party at your place. Hold that thought. All right, so let's take a look at Macy's. Somebody wants to see if you buy and sell at the exact same time with Think or Swim. First thing I want to do, get rid of the chart. We don't need it anymore. Right now, we're looking at the stock information up on the top. Okay, the last traded price, also known as the close of the day. Here's the open of the day, 16.10. The high of the day, 16.64. The low of the day, 15.89. How much shares were traded? 6.1 million. Currently, the bid, 16.45. The ask, 16.50. Great. So if I'm going to buy it first thing tomorrow morning, I'm buying it at 16.50. What is the closest strike price to 16.50? Now, is that a dumb question or what? The closest strike price to the purchase price, 16.50, is 16.50. Right there. So, what is it going for? Well, it's going for 36 cents a share. That's over 2%. That works. All right, so first thing I want to do, change this from single to covered. And I like the 1650s. There we go. Now I'm just going to do one contract at the market order. As soon as she opens up in the morning, I want to be filled automatically or really quick. Here's what it sounds like. You ready? Buy one covered call of Macy's, the 100s. Those are the weeklies. 15 November 24, that means it expires next Friday. So whoever buys it has between now and next Friday. If you don't own 100 shares of me, do you prefer to sell a put first or just buy right? That's always to go about the numbers. Now here on this trading platform, this teaching platform, I teach one strategy and only one strategy. That is the covered call against dividend stocks. The reason I do that is I want to keep it simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and then you can move on from that. So I've been teaching the same strategy for over 15 years. It seems to be working just fine. Once you get this one, once you get this strategy under your belt and you get really good at it, that's 50% return per year. Then think about adding something else to it. See, cash secured puts, those are great, but I don't teach them here. Okay, I want people who come here to learn one thing and one thing only first, so that way you don't get confused with all the different opportunities that are out there. So as I was saying, buy one covered call of Macy's 100s, those are the weeklies, 15 November 24. That means it expires next Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. So if you're going to do something with it, do with it before 4 o'clock next Friday. The $16.50 call strike against the Macy's at the market order to open. Well, what's my profit on this trade? Profit on this trade is $47. It's only one contract. So you get one contract, 47 bucks. 10 contracts, 470. But what is it going to cost me? Well, let's get my calculator. $47, and to do one contract, to buy one contract, it's $1,603. $1,603. That gives a rate of return of 2.9%. Well, Macy's is my favorite stock this year because I get between 1 and 3% every single week with Macy's. I think there's like 2 or 3 weeks where I didn't have Macy's, where it sold out and it got too high, and I said, no, I'll wait for it to pull back. Alrighty, ask turn. Can you buy? Yes, we just did that. Okay, hopefully that answered your question. Do you use this strategy even in a bear market? Of course I do. Because the funny thing about dividends, whether the stock market is a bear market or a bull market, they're still paying dividends. Okay, and dividends are very enticing for people on tight budgets. They buy the stock, collect the dividend. Sounds like a great plan. All right, iDrive, I don't know what you want to do. So the reason why I said that wasn't to be a smartass. It's just that I have no idea what you want to do, who you are, what your plans are. I missed all these questions. So who ends up exercising the option when in the money? Poseidon's last molar, whoever bought the option. Okay, there's only 2 option buyers. Okay, there's an option buyer who's an investor, who's a speculator. They want to buy the option, they want to double or triple. That's an option buyer, an option investor. And then you have the stock buyer. The stock buyer wants to buy the stock at a discount. So they buy options hoping that the stock will go up and then they can get a stock at a discount. Okay, Dave, we already did Macy's. David, we already did Abbott Labs. Jill Ann Bruner, good evening, young lady. Pleasure to be in your presence today. The best Bruner is here while the other Bruner is playing bartender. Okay, so is he playing bartender for you or is he playing bartender at a bar somewhere? XRP, yeah, no. Sorry, XRP has not been around long enough to actually have any history to it. Okay, so Poseidon's last molar. Whoever bought the option is the person who gets to choose whether or not they want to exercise it. Okay, an option buyer will just buy it, and then as it doubles or triples, they'll just sell it. Okay, a stock buyer will actually do the exercising. Abby, Coca-Cola. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to here, and let's put in Coca-Cola. Now, Coca-Cola, I don't think I've ever bought Coca-Cola. Now, I've been investing for a long time. I may have bought it once or twice years ago. But for the most part, the premiums just don't seem to work very well. Before we get to the premiums, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down. It's just coming down. So, 63.75. The 64s are going for 46 cents. That's a no. If it's not going to give me 1%, I don't want to buy it. Now, I don't think I've bought Coca-Cola in years. If Elon Musk had a time travel machine, would you go to the past or the future? Why? Yeah, let's concentrate on investing in dividend stocks, okay? That Affleck went up $3 you talked about over the weekend. Okay, well, let's take a look at Affleck. Now, I do own some Affleck, AFL. Take a look. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up. 109. See, I can't use these numbers. Okay, the reason why I can't use the numbers, the last traded price close of the day was 107.44. So most likely we should be looking at the 108s. Not the 110s, because this says 109.68. That spread is way too big. Usually the spread is only between 1 and 4 cents. Usually around 1 or 2, depending on how much volume. 1.8 million shares, yeah, there's not a lot of volume there. Okay, so that being said, look at your double high here, 115.42. The last 30 days, she went up, pulled back, dropped down. The bottom was on Tuesday. Wednesday she gapped up. Today she pulled back. Now I do have some Affleck, but the numbers just don't look that good because I like 2 days the upside, not 1 day up and then pulls back. No. All right, so the 108s going for 75. Yeah, the numbers don't even look that good. Sorry. SPG, Bugsy. Bugsy wants to look at spaghetti. SPG. That's a no. Okay? Plain and simple. Monthly optional stocks, no thank you. Rich Bruner, I'm here. The old bag is too. I hope she hits you for that one. You only hold equities, not play options or futures. The real redwoods, no, I don't do futures, but I do dividend stocks and I sell covered calls against them. So I do stock options. Okay, and I don't do stocks by themselves. I do stock options on dividend stocks only. That's all I do. David, Abbott Labs. I like Abbott Labs. ABT. Abbott Labs. All right, first thing I want to see. The high and the low. Where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, 115.50, the 116s, going to 89 and 161. You might get your 1% out of that. Let's take a closer look. The bottom of the year was on the first week of November of last year, and that's around 93.39. Here's your top. That was in the beginning of March. 121.50. Drops, retrace. Look at the last 90 days. Isn't that pretty? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, this is going to be a no, but we'll keep our eye on it because as soon as she finds the bottom, okay, look at this. Up, down, up, down. Now she gaps up. The gap is almost filled. So from here to here, we got a little bit more to go to fill that gap as she's coming down. Once she comes down, finds the bottom, she's going to turn around. It's going to look just like this all over again. That's all they do. They go up, they go down. That's it. David, hello, sir. What is a good dividend stock that is cheap to buy into? Recommendations. All right, Dave, I actually don't make recommendations. Sorry. I take a look at stocks, but I'll show you what's on the watch list. Okay. Do you see this over here? SWK. Isn't that Stanley Black and Decker? That's a monthly. That's going to be a no. Okay, look at this. MPW 450, CULP 530, PETS 570, NUS 645, KW 1125, HCSG 1135, SGU 1185. Look, it goes all the way down to here. There's about maybe 50, 60 that are below $50. SCHB. Bugsy? What is SCHB? I never heard of it. If I've never heard of it, it's most likely going to be a no. SCHB. Schwab. Yeah, it's going to be a no, dude. That's a monthly. 2 reasons. It's a monthly. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. So you're new here, so I'm going to cut you a little bit of slack. Secondly, it's at the high of the year. No, I never buy at the high of the year. It just doesn't make sense. Hakuna Matata is here. Woohoo! Coming in from Sweden. Way to go. How is it over there? Well, today was Thursday. I don't do a whole heck of a lot on Thursday. As a matter of fact, our morning trading group, we were in for like half hour, and it's like people ran out of questions. Like, holy cow, we can get out of here in a half hour. Not much happens on a Thursday. How are you doing? Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So, yeah, SCHB is going to be a no. Sorry about that. It's a no. Thank you, Mickey. Is it Mickey or Mikey? Uh-oh. All right, thanks, Paul. Some people just don't want to learn. Ooh, always a pleasure. Wants to take a look at some Ford. Now, Ford, the premiums aren't looking that good. Okay, high, low, where was it, where is it? Look at this, up, down, up, sideways. We're currently at 1097. The closest strike price to 1097 is going to be 11. So what does 11 look like? There you go, finally. The last 3 or 4 days, we didn't have any decent premiums on Ford. Now we have a decent premium. But what is the chart telling us? Well, let's take a look. A year ago, Ford was at 1019. That kind of sucked if you think about it. A year ago, it's at 1019. Now it's at 1096. What are you making? 70 some odd cents in a year? Yeah. So the high of the year, 1485, that was towards the middle of July. Big drop. There's the bottom, $9.40, and that was the beginning of August. Look at the last 90 days, the last 3 months. Take a look. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's coming down. Got a gap right here. Look, a gap here and a gap here. Okay, well, this one already filled because it's up here. Now this one is going to fill as she comes down. So here's the question. Okay, do you really like Ford? Do you like Ford to a point to jump into it, get a nice premium as she's coming down? Okay, because she's going to be coming down. Look at the last 30 days right there. Okay, up, down, up, down. All right, so at 1097, that's the purchase price tomorrow morning. The 11s are going for 16 cents a share. That is over 1.5%. Okay, I like Ford. mRNA, that's Moderna. mRNA. Alrighty. High, low, where was it, where is it? Up, down, currently at the bottom right now, fishing for that bottom. The bottom was yesterday. Bottom was yesterday, today's nice update. It would look as if there's going to be some pullback tomorrow. I'm not quite sure how much bouncing off the bottom this is going to do. But if you like it, 50, 55. So we're going to be looking at the 51s, and it's going for $1.70. Okay, $1.70. That's over 3% if you like Moderna. I'm a little iffy on Moderna. I don't like that jabby thing that happened, and they were in on it. Yeah, makes me a little uncomfortable. I always a pleasure. Okay, COP, ConocoPhillips. Alrighty, ConocoPhillips. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Sideways, up, down, sideways. Currently at 112.90 to 113s are going for 1 to 1. Yeah, not 1%. Sorry. It's always a pleasure. Nope. RGR. Wait a second. Weren't we supposed to look at Estee Lauder? We're going to take a look at Estee Lauder next. RGR, that's a no. Sorry. Estee Lauder. We were taking a look at Estee Lauder. We didn't finish it up. Here's the last 30 days for Estee Lauder. Okay, 30 days ago at the high, 97.50. Drops down to 62.50. Now we're at 67. These 67s are going for 2%. Now, I like Estee Lauder. I have some Estee Lauder. And for me, it would be a perfect time to do dollar cost averaging. But I have a different thing in mind for mine. But we'll just let it sit there if you like Estee Lauder. What does it normally do this time of year? Isn't it in an uptrend this time of year? Yes, we did look at it. That's going up nicely all the way to the end of the year. But you gotta like Estee Lauder. Like, do you like Estee Lauder? And do you like it at this price? Well, 1% is great, but 2% is better. Okay, 2% a week is over 100% per year. That means you can double your money every single year if you can get 2% every week. I'm all for it, but I'm still going for the safe, predictable 1%. Because the 2s aren't always there, but they're nice when they show up. Neil, we're going to look at Walgreens in a minute. Right, let's take a quick look at Target. TGT. Target. All right. Here's the high. Here's the low. That's where it was. This is where it is. You got 2 black swans. Wait a minute. 3 black swans. 4 black swans. One there, one here, one here. A black swan is when a stock either goes up really fast or down really fast overnight, and you just can't do anything about it. And it has to be a certain size. Okay, it can't be a little gap. A little gap is okay. Okay, we don't really count the little gaps, like these little ones. We don't really count those. But when they're this big, goes from 110 to 130, that's a $20 jump. That is a big gap. Call that a black swan. From here, 155, 165, that's okay. But here, from 165 to 155, yeah, big gaps. They call them black swans when they get too big. The bottom of the year, 105.06, and that was about a year ago. The top, 181.86, and that was at the beginning of April. She drops down and just goes sideways for the rest of the year. All right, with the bottom down here, 131, and the top way up here at 167. Let's look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So she is in an upward trend, but here the trends aren't that big. No big movements for the past couple of weeks. So what does the number look like? So if I'm buying it first thing in the morning, 152.24, I'll be looking at the 152.50s, and that's going for 181. That's over 1%. Now, Target, TGT, is a dividend king. They've been in business for over 100 years, and they've increased their dividends consistently every single year for 5 decades or more. So, that being said, COPRGI Fiat. Fiat, that's a no. Okay, Fiat, monthly optionable stock. I don't like monthlies. The numbers just don't work. I'm going to get a sign. No dividends, no thank you. Weekly options only. I have to figure out what else the signs should say. Okay, Neil, let's take a look at Walgreens. I like Walgreens. Walgreens, WBA. Here we go. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, down, sideways. $9.30. $9.30. The 950s are going for 17, almost 2% for 1 week. Now I have it at 10.30 in this account. Now I have it in 4 different accounts, but in this account I have it at $10.30, and I sold the 950s, which looks as if they're going to expire worthless. 80% of all options expire worthless, so it's great to sell them, because when you sell them, you collect a nice premium, okay, a 2% premium, and then it expires worthless on Saturday, and then you do the whole thing all over again next week. Last 30 days. 30 days ago, today was the 30-day bottom. She tops off at over 11.11, shoots down, and then just goes sideways. Okay, so she's going sideways at the moment. Nice to meet you, Dan Ram Riel. Dan Ram Riel. Okay. Black Eyed Joe wants to take a look at GMC. Is that a stock, GMC? Wouldn't that be just GM, General Motors? GMC, Global Market Group. Has no options, no thank you. But let's take a look at General Motors, just because, you know, we're already there. That's going to be a no. Look at that. It's at the high of the year. General Motors, 56. Maybe we're looking at General Motors when it was in the 30s. That was earlier this year. Okay, that's GM. Question. I sold a covered call on Tesla with expiration tomorrow. How do I roll it to save my stocks? Dan Ram Rial. Oh, that's simple. Now, I don't know what trading platform you're using, but when you roll forward, basically what you're doing is you're buying back the option you just sold. Then you're selling another option equal to it or higher for next week or the week after. However far you got to go out in order to get yourself more time and more money. Okay, it's always a numbers game. Okay. General Choi. Look at Google. G-O-G-L. What the heck is G-O-G-L? G-O-G-L. Golden Ocean Group. Interesting. No. Monthly options? No thank you. Car. Bought at 30. C-A-R-R. C-A-R-R. Carrier Global. No. Again, monthly. I don't like monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Have a lot of holdings or cash to buy more. Okay? Okay, Joban Olak. Okay, Jolan Olak. Fiat, yeah, we looked at that. That's a no. Soundhound, that's a no. No dividends, no thank you. I have $10. What coin should I put it towards? Buffalo Nickel. There you go. I believe he's is going to buy your call. Tesla is rocket ship. Yeah, I don't like Tesla. The only reason I don't like Tesla is because they don't share in their profits, and that means if without knowing when a stock is going to move, well, I'd have to sit in front of the computer all day looking for certain setups. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I like a simple strategy. Now, the strategy I'm teaching you here was created for my 9-year-old daughter. Now, some of you don't know, so let's take a look at the princess. Right. That's not it. That's not it. All right, it's right here. We're going to go and take a look at YouTube. Okay, that 10-minute trader on YouTube. Videos. Look at the oldest videos I have. Here's the princess right here.
Hi, I'm Tracy, and you being part of my internet website club thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose from that'll help you with the games.
Okay, so that's my daughter when she was 11. This is me 15 years ago. It's my favorite parts coming up. Hold on, you'll see it. It's funny as hell.
There's a different company paying out dividends.
Okay, seriously. I had to make it entertaining for my 9-year-old daughter. Well, in this video, she's 11. So that being said, let's go back to where we were. I created this trading strategy specifically for my 9-year-old daughter in 2008. The video you just looked at was she was 11. She'd been trading for 3 years. Now, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way to lose. That's the 5 criteria that I had to come up with. All right, fine. Rule number 1, never buy something you do not understand. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Now, here's one you guys are having a challenge with. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. I personally like 20 years of increased profits. Rule number 4, weekly options only, no monthlies. Okay, no dividends, no thank you. No options, no thank you. No weeklies, no thank you. It's simple. Okay, there's 9,750 some odd stocks available every single day. Why would I look at something that's not consistently profitable? It just doesn't make sense. Okay, ML Lorca, hold TMF till it hits 150. Why the hell would I do that? TMF. Oh, hell no. Market always kill them. Yeah. AMD, no. Bitcoin, no. Been watching Wolfspeed Inc. Do you think it's a good buy investment for the end of the year? I have no idea who Wolfspeed Inc. is. Okay, William, I have a very certain set of rules. Okay, number 1, I'm 60 years old. I'm retired. I live off of my interest. Whatever I accumulate during the week, that pays my bills. So if I'm not getting 1% every week, I'm going to have to go back to work. Yeah, no, thank you. I've been working since 1973. I have no desire to go back to work. Okay, so ML Lorca, yeah, TMF, no. Cake gonna explode tomorrow? Cake, never heard of it. C-A-K-E. Cheesecake Factory, yeah, no thank you. General Choi, G-O-G-L, we already looked at that, it's already a no. Alexis, goes up and down, buy low, sell high, and hold and buy dips. It brings down the average cost. That's one way of looking at it. Not what I do, but okay. So buy low, sell high, wait for it to drop, and basically repeat. Well, Alexa, that's basically what he said. But that's not what I'm teaching here. Okay, I like consistent profits. Okay, Joban, I already said no to Macy's. I already said no to Fiat. Dave, we already looked at Macy's. I am late. What do you think of Palantir? No dividends? No thank you. Thoughts on JEPQ? Hell no. Hayden, when anybody asks me about JEPQ, I ask them a simple question. It's usually always a no. Have you looked at the consistency of the dividends that they paid? And have they increased their dividends for 20 years or more? JEPQ, always a no. Sorry. AMD, what's that? Advanced Micro Divisions? No. No dividends? No thank you. How do you roll successfully? It's all about the numbers, Dan. Basically, I'll show you how to roll. Here we go. Let's take a look at AFLAG. AFLAG. Right click, come to create a rolling order. Okay, here it is right here. Basically, what you are doing when you roll forward, you're buying back November 8th, which is tomorrow. Then I'm going to sell November 15th, which is 1 week out. That's next Friday. Okay, currently it's at 106. That's AFLAC. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to roll this one forward. So basically, that's all you're doing. Okay, you're buying back what you sold, and then you're selling a next week or the week after, whichever one makes sense. Bulldog. GCT beats has. Bulldog. GCT, no idea who they are, beat and has a PE of 8.6. It's a no-brainer. Well, I always love it when people say it's a no-brainer. Now, Bulldog, let's take a look at that in a second, but let me finish up here first. All right, I'm actually going to roll this one forward. It's going to give me a 37-cent credit, the 106. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Because 37 cents is not 1%. That's 1/3%. That's going to be a no thank you. Okay, Mr. Bulldog. GCT. It's probably going to be a no. And it is. Imagine that. Now, Bulldog, I do dividend investing for weekly cash flow. I'm not looking for capital appreciation. I'm not looking to buy the stock and have it go up, 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 up. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. If you're looking for capital appreciation, you're in the wrong place. Specifically, I'm looking for cash flow. 1% per week using a dividend stock, selling a covered call against a dividend stock if everything is right. So what I'm talking about is the numbers. What am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? What premium am I collecting? And is that 1% or more? So, Bulldog, I'm going to say no to GCT because it just doesn't fit. Okay, not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. This is a monthly optionable stock. I don't do monthly options. The numbers just don't work. 1 + 1 = 2 no matter where on the planet you go. Okay, if I do a monthly, I'm not going to get 1%. Why the hell would I waste my time with it? And worse than not making my 1% every week, where's it going to go in the next 30 days? Well, that's what a covered call on a monthly looks like. Well, here's the last 30 days right here. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Great. Now tell me where's it going to be in 30 days. Not that easy. I like weeklies. I get more than 1% every week, and it's easier to figure out where it's going to be in 5 days. 5 days is a lot easier than 30 days. All right. Should we buy stocks now, even though so high? 9036909521. Why can't you just have a normal name like Stan, Peter, Oscar, Fred? I'm going to call you Fred. All right, so Fred, why should we buy stocks now even though they're so high? No. Never buy at a high. Because what you're doing is you're standing on a ladder waiting for someone to get you a taller ladder. It's never been higher. No, I just don't buy high, wait for it to go higher. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay? I like to buy low and then sell high. So as the stock drops, here's where I want to buy. It goes up, that's where I want to sell. When she drops back down again, And then as she's going back up, that's where I want to buy. As she's going back up, and that's all they do. Don't kid yourself. Don't think just because you're buying something, it's going to go up and always go up. No, that doesn't happen. Okay, you're going to buy a stock, it's going to drop. And then you'll buy a stock and it's going to go up. Okay, stocks go up, stocks go down. That's all they do. They do not come to your house and wash your dishes, take the dog out for a walk, and mow the lawn. They don't do that. They go up, they go down, that's it. Christmas starts November 1st. Thanksgiving is just a tailgate party for Christmas. Jill, I've never heard anybody explain it that way. Interesting. Thanksgiving is just a tailgate party for Christmas. All right. Ryan, the right stocks. Yay. All right. Now, the only stocks, Ryan, the only stocks I look at that I buy. You probably heard of almost all of them. Let me just give you a little taste of what I'm looking at. All right, here's a bunch of stocks. Let me know which ones you've never heard of. Ally Bank, Aon Bank, Wells Fargo, Apple, Kroger, Capital One Finance, DHI, Visa, Siri, Chevron, Heimlich & Payne, Jeffries, UPS, Johnson & Johnson, T-Mobile, Kraft Heinz, Coca-Cola, and Moody's. You probably heard of every single one of them. Maybe not DHI and Jeffries. Those are the only two. I'm not 100% sure I know who those are. But they're on my list because they're consistently profitable and they have weekly options. Do you close covered calls or let them expire? It's all about the numbers, brother. Okay? Okay. I buy on a Monday. I buy the stocks on a Monday. I sell the covered calls on a Monday. On Friday, just before the market closes, well, that's when we look at the information. What did we buy at? What did we sell? What's the current stock price? What's the current option price? What is normally going to happen if I do nothing? Well, if I do something, what's going to happen then? How can I get my money all back on Monday, keep my 1 or 2%, and just move on? Ryan, go 50% in SCHD and VOO, other 50% in stocks, mainly tech, not financial advice. Well, Ryan, okay, I don't like SCHD. The numbers are horrible. VOO, they're just as bad. But Ryan, just for the fun of it, let's take a look. Okay, now, SCHD. Two reasons right off the bat why they're a no. Number one, monthly optionable stock. $28.97 to $29 is going for 15 cents. That's not even 1%. Hell freaking no. Number two, it's at the high of the year. I don't buy at the high of the year. Buy high, wait for it to get to higher? No, that's not a strategy. Buy low, sell high, that is a strategy. Okay, what does it do? Look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Why buy at the high? When she goes up, that's when you sell. When it comes down, that's when you buy. In my humble opinion, I could be wrong, but I'm not quite sure I am. Now, let's go to Yahoo Finance and put SCHD and see how wonderful SCHD, that this company that you seem to like so much has been paying its dividend. Now, I want to look at all the dividends that they paid. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. 2011, that's only 15 years. Not even close to 20 years. No, that's reason number 3. But wait, it gets worse. You may find it hard to believe it gets worse, but it does. Here we go. Look at the dividends. Ready? Now, think of a dividend if you are on a fixed budget, which means every time you get a dividend, you get to pay your bills. And what happens if the bill money is not going to be there? So let's take a look. 4 cents, 14, 21. 26, awesome start. Goes from 26 to 7. Please explain to me, going from a 26 to a 7, how that could possibly be good. Seriously, Ryan, 26 to 7. Now, it sounds good if you're playing football or you're, soccer or a sport. But when it comes time to paying out money or trying to pay my bills, if I'm getting 26 and then it gets cut to 7, that is, holy shit, 10, 20, 30, 33% decrease. Explain to me why you think a 33% decrease is good. But wait, it gets worse. I know it's hard to believe, but it does get worse. Hold on. All right, so it goes from 7 to 8 to 25. Not bad. Well, was that a teaser? It goes from 25, then goes back down to 8 again. 75% decrease. Fuck no. Okay, 28, 27, 10, over a 50% decrease. 30 to 9, again, 60% decrease, or maybe more, I'm not sure. Okay, 30 to 11, 60% decrease. 24 to 40 to 11, 70, almost 75% decrease. Yeah, the dividends are absolutely horrible with SCHD. But wait, it gets worse. Believe it or not, it does get worse. We're going to go take a look at, what do you call this? The summary. Okay, so the summary is basically U.S. Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF SCHD. $28.91. All right. What is this number right here? The yield. Do you know what the yield is? If I give you a big chunk of money and you give it back to me in 1 year, that is the yield. The yield on SCHD is 3.46. How the hell? What the hell are you thinking if you think 3.46% is a good return? Interest rates are higher than that. The inflation is higher than that. You could give your money to the federal government and the federal government will give you better than that. But no, you think 3.4% is good, and then they decrease the dividends consistently, 50%, 80%, 33%. Yeah, hell no. Now, should I go with VOO? Because that's just as bad. Okay, people who tell me they like SCHD and VOO, I know for a fact they don't read the numbers and they don't really care about their money. If you're investing your money at 3.46%, okay, you're here in my presence where I'm showing you for free how to safely, predictably, consistently attain 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. Compounded is 62% per year. And you still think 3.46 is a good deal? Brother, I have no idea what the hell you're smoking. Anyway, I'm not even going to bother with VOO. I've done it so many times, I know it's just as bad. Okay, Joban, you've asked me 5 times to take a look at fiat. And I'm not quite sure where the, where are we? Where are we? HRM, AMD, blah, blah, blah. I missed all these, damn it. Right there. Okay, Jaban, you want me to look at fiat. This is going to be the second time I look at fiat, and I'm not quite sure what I am saying that you're not quite understanding. Fiat is a monthly optionable stock. It is a no. Please stop asking me about fiat. All right? Until fiat changes how they pay out their money, it's a no. And it's always going to be a no. I don't like monthlies. The numbers just don't work. It's that simple. It's a no. Fiat is a no. RJ, you want to look at Verizon? VZ. Verizon is a monthly. Why not look at a monthly, weekly, sorry. I like weeklies, but look at where it is. Okay, right now she's in a downturn. But let's take a look. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at up, sideways, up, down. So it's coming down now. 40.64. This is something I want to put on my list for next week because I'm looking for the bottom. Now I like Verizon, I do. Okay, it pays a halfway decent premium. 40.60 to 40.50 is going for 49. Not quite 1%, but close to it if you like Verizon. Okay, last 30 days. Down, up, big gap down. That thing should fill eventually. Up, down, up, down. Now, as soon as you find the bottom, that's a great place to look. But at the moment, it's going to be a no. Can we take a look at Amazon or Mercado Libre? Amazon's a no. Okay, now I don't do Amazon. No dividends. No thank you. It's just a waste of my time. Okay. Mercado Libre, never heard of them. If I've never heard of them, more than likely they don't have dividends or they don't have weekly options. Where do you find the list of cheap stocks you are showing? Laurie, how are you today? Laurie, you got a pencil and paper handy? You ready? Dividend Kings list 2024, Dividend Aristocrats list 2024, Dividend Champions list 2024, Dividend Contenders list 2024, Warren Buffett's list 2024. Those 5 lists right there will give you over 300 different companies to look at. Then you can isolate it and separate them by the prices. Johnny, what about Bitto? It's giving about a $1 dividend on a monthly basis. BITO. Okay. Choppy. Let's take a look at Bitto, BITO, on Yahoo Finance. Let's take a look at historical data to see how wonderful these dividends are. And have they increased for more than 20 consecutive years? Dividends, maximum. Okay, dude, this is a year old. February 2023, yeah, only about a year old. No, thank you. When I say 20 years, that's 2 decades. Not 2 years, 2 decades. That's 20 years. Bitto is a no. With Thinkorswim, has the covered call option all in one trade. Do you recommend that? That's what I like to do when I first buy. Amy, how are you doing today? Cold sweat, PDI. What the heck is PDI? PDI, pretty damn interesting. No options, no thank you. Ford is slow and safe, 1 to 3%. Yeah. What do the gaps mean? What do the gaps mean? That means from here to here, there's a space right there. That means the market maker took it from where it closed on this day and just dropped it down and said, you know what? I'm thinking I'm going to drop it and open up down here. That's basically what a gap is. And then the opposite side is when the gap up, the market maker will say, second, this looks good. This is good news. So he shoots it up. That's something that the market maker does to whatever, manipulate the number. IRM. Okay, let's take a look at IRM. Iron Mountain. Yeah, that's a no. JP Morgan. That's going to be a no. The only reason JP Morgan is a no, look at the big gap up. Okay, when I say I don't buy at the high, I'm not quite sure why people keep sending me stocks that are at the high. PIP, A and D, or is that and? You're just looking for more information. And no options, no thank you. Lost. I sold some at 67. Okay. Milkshake. Robinhood, no. Okay, Robinhood has not been around long enough. Russia. Which is the best stock to invest in now? That I couldn't tell you. Lost. Cake. What is that? Cheesecake Factory? Yeah, no. They haven't been around 20 years either. AMD. AMD. Advanced Micro Divisions. No. No dividends. No thank you. The Gamer. Maine. I can tell you no right now. Monthly. No. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Okay? Monthlies. No thank you. Gamer. Hope that answers your question. IRM. I already said no to that one. Gamer. I already looked at Maine. That's no. LB. What's happening with Microsoft? Well, finally, a good company. Microsoft. MSFT. Well, Microsoft looks like she's bouncing up off of a bottom. Look at that. First thing we want to see. The high, the low, where was it, where is it? Look at the movement. Up, down, sideways, 425.75. The 425s are going for 480. Take 25 off that. Yeah, so you get your 1% there. They barely make you 1% here. All right, so let's take a closer look. A year ago, we at the bottom at 357. Okay, we topped out at the high of the year, 468. 468 is the high of the year. She drops down, retrace, drops down, retrace, drop down, retrace, drop down, retrace. Now she's going to the upside. Let's look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days gives me a good idea is where is she going next? Okay, up, big drop. This gap is going to fill. For those of you who like Microsoft, it's going to fill. She's got 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. She's got between 325 and 337. That's plenty of space to make a halfway decent return, depending on what you're looking for. Me, I just want 1%. Honestly, don't care how far it goes up. Honestly, don't. I want simple, safe, predictable, consistent. James, I need to triple my money. Otherwise, I have to work. How difficult is that within 3 years? Triple, you say? Well, you can double your money every 14 weeks. Every 14 months. So 14 months, that's 3 years. That's only doubling your money. Wait a minute. That's tripling your money. Yeah, that's tripling your money. 14 months. 1% a week. 50% a year. Well, 62% a year compounded. So 16 months. Hold on a second. Let's pull up a calculator. Hakuna, you ready for this? Now, for those of you guys who have never seen this before, some of you have, some of you haven't. We're going to do some compound interest. Some compounding. So, in case you guys don't know. Now, Hakuna, you ready for this? Let's take 100,000. No, wait. Let's do it this way. Let's just take $1,000. Let's say we're not going to put any money into it, just $1,000, and then we're going to look at 1% a week. Okay. Now, 3 years. Okay, Acuna, do you see that? 3 years. Put in $1,000. No periodic deposits whatsoever. 1% per week. 3 years. The ending balance is $4,722. You started out with $1,000. So your total interest earned is $3,722. That's tripling your money right there within 3 years. Alrighty. Lowe's. Okay, J. Castro 84. My thoughts on IRM? I already said no earlier. You can ask me every 15, 20 minutes. It's not going to change. Jaden, Lowe's. I like Lowe's. Interesting position. Check it out. Here's our high. Here's our low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down, 266.99. The 267s are going for 390. That's well over 1%. I like Lowe's. Okay? I like Lowe's. I do. What is it going to look like in the next couple of days? Well, let's zoom in and take a look. First, a year ago was the bottom of the year, 189.05. The top was a couple of weeks ago. That was 287. Look at the last 30 days. Here's the last 30 days. She went up, she came down, she went up, she came down. Here's the 30-day bottom here. Today was an up day. I like 2 days the upside, so one more is going to look good. But right now, 266. So if we're looking at the 267.50s, that's 390. That's well over 1%. I like Lowe's. Sandman, Costco. Huh? C-O-S-T. There we go. That's going to be a no. Okay? Couple of reasons. Number one, it's at the high of the year. Number two, it's out of my price range. Other than that, is what it is. ALSN. What the heck is ALSN? ALSN. Allison Transmissions. Ooh, funny thing about Allison Transmissions, I have one in my RV. The damn thing doesn't want to work, so I got to figure that one out. So Allison is a monthly. Okay, I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. Amy, CVS. Let's take a look at CVS. I actually have some CVS. Interesting. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, big drop, sideways, up, down. Now she's going back up again, 57.30. The 57.50s are going for 88 cents, well over 1%, if you like CVS. And that's always a big one. CVS, a year ago, we opened up at $70.60. The high of the year was in the beginning of January, and that was 83.18. From there, she's down, up, down. Big gap to the downside at 67.77, and she drops all the way down to, what is that, 50, 57? No, 53. Goes sideways for a couple of months. Look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days gives me a good idea where the stock is going to go in the next week or so. And that's what I'm looking for. Okay, 30 days ago at 66. Jumped up to 68. Drops all the way down to the bottom at 54.50. Gaps up Tuesday. Gaps up Wednesday. Pulls back today. Now, there might be some more pullback to fill in this gap. Might be. We just don't know. See? What does a stock normally do this time of year? Well, for that, we need the seasonality chart. Okay, to the left, January 1st. To the right, December 31st. That is the whole year. What does the stock normally do all year? Well, look at the blue line is this year. Down, sideways, down, sideways. Here's where we are right here. Look at it. Averages out. So for the next couple of weeks, what is it going to do till the end of the year? So we put our cursor on the blue dot because that represents today. Click left, drag to the right. That's what it looks like she should be doing for the next, until the end of the year. Sideways, a little bit of a dip, and then shoots up. Not a big shoot up, but this is historical performance. It's not guaranteed. How do I get it on my computer? Anthony, how are you today? What am I missing? Oh, I missed a whole bunch of questions. I did, holy shit. Robert, yeah, what's up with Walgreens? I've been following it. It looks like a good stock, and it just keeps. All right, 86. Maine doesn't have dividends. Question on Instagram. James, okay, I already answered that question, dude. Okay, Hakuna, I already answered that question. I showed you the dividend, the compound interest the weekly compound interest calculator. Explain, gamer. Explain weekly options, please. All right, the gamer. Let me show you exactly what a weekly option is. I'm not quite sure why is it you don't understand it. All right. Gamer, you ready for this? Up top. Up top, up here. This is all information on the stock itself. The open, the high, the low, the close, how much volume there was. That's how many shares were traded that day. Below it, the option chain. The option chain, in a stock option, okay? A stock option gives you the right, not the obligation, to buy a stock at a certain price by a certain date. Look at the dates. 8 November 24. That's tomorrow. 15 November 24. That's next Friday. 22 November 24. That's 2 Fridays away. 6 December. That's 5 Fridays away. Every single Friday, there is an option that expires on a weekly optionable stock. Now, there are some that are called monthly optionable stocks, which you can only do once a month. November, December, January, March, so on and so forth. Once a month. Basically, if I buy something at $100 and I sell it to someone through a covered call, let's go to AT&T. 22 bucks. Currently at 22 bucks. Okay, 29 cents. That is over 1%. Let me explain briefly. If I buy this first thing tomorrow morning at $22.08, that's the purchase price right now. The bid, the ask, this is what I'm paying, $22.08. I can buy it tomorrow morning as soon as the market opens. Then I can immediately sell it to someone else through a covered call, selling them the right, not the obligation. The 22 is going for 29 cents. That's over 1%. So by Friday, 4 o'clock, 3:59, the option will expire. So whoever bought it can do whatever they want between when they pay for it and the expiration. Certain price by a certain date. Let me see if I can explain it to you this way. Let's say hypothetically you have an old car on the side of the yard. Let's say it's a 68 Mercury convertible. Cool beans. Let's say you want $5,000 for it. Slap a for sale sign on it, put it on the front lawn, peep down the street, the guy at the White House, blue shutters in the mailbox bent. Yeah, that dude. He stops by, says, "Hey, I like your car. Let me give you $500. Hold it for me until Friday. If I come back on Friday, I will give you the $5,000. If I do not come back on Friday, you keep the money and then turn around and sell it to someone else on Monday." But you can't do anything with that vehicle until expiration, which is Friday at 4 p.m. The market closes at 4 p.m. So at 3:59 is the last minute that you could do anything with that option, because at 4 o'clock it expires worthless. So basically you're buying a stock, selling it to someone else, the exact same price you just paid for it, and you're collecting this right here. This is called the premium. At this moment in time, it's 29 cents, which is more than 1% of the $22 purchase price. That's the 1% that I'm looking for every single week. I look at good quality companies. I actually love AT&T. If the numbers are right and the chart is right, because there's a lot of factors here. Number one, do I like the company? That's the number one. Number two, does it make sense? Number 3, is it the right time to buy? Because stocks go up, then they come down, and then they go up, then they come down. I do not want to buy it when it's at the high. I want to buy it when it's low and then sell it when it goes high. Now, a whole bunch of these just disappeared. Let me go back. ASLN, we looked at that one. We looked at that one. Okay, what's up with Walgreens? We did that. Okay, we did that. We did that. GM was happy to see Trump. I'm sure it was. Gamer, he does covered calls on dividend stocks, so the stock needs to have weekly options. Thank you. Johnny, we looked at BitTo a little while ago. Look at ALSN. Allison, we already did. IEP, hell no. Divi, hell no. IEP, 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 IEP. Icon, oh, hell no. Burligi Concepts. I have no idea what Burligi Concepts, but we already looked at Allison. That's a no. Just-in-time web. Icon Enterprises. Hell no, brother. Why I say no to Icon Enterprises? You ready for this? You're not going to be happy. IEP. Okay, now, Icon Enterprises. For those of you who don't know, this screen here is live broadcast on YouTube. You probably cannot see the little tiny numbers on your cell phone or your iPad, either a laptop or a big screen TV, so you can see these numbers. That's why it's live on YouTube. So Icon Enterprises. Let's take a look at all the dividends they pay. Goes all the way back to 1988. Now, listen closely, just in time. Listen closely to the dividends. 1988, 49 cents. Hold up. Oh, shit. 1988, 49 cents. 1989, 49 cents. 1990, 49 cents. 1991, 49 cents. 4 years, no increases. That should tell you no right away. But wait, it gets worse. It does. 1992, 50% decrease in dividends. 24 cents. 1993,
year ago,
12 cents.
we opened up at $70.60.
Hold that thought. Come on. And there we go. Okay, so 1992, 24 cents. 1993, 50% decrease. Okay, so 4 years, no increasing. 50% decrease. 2 years later, another 50% decrease. But wait, it gets worse. Okay, 1994, nothing. 95, nothing. 96, nothing. 97, nothing. 98, nothing. 2000, nothing. 2001, nothing. 2002, nothing. 2003, nothing. 2004, nothing. 2005, they decreased the dividend again. 11 years, no dividend, and then they decreased it again. Okay, so what is it? 10 cents. So it was 2 years at 10, 1 year at 15. So it went up a little bit, went up 50%, not bad. And then it went to 24. That is a 9-cent increase. So that's 60, 70% increase. So 2008 was at 24. 2009, 24. 2010, 24. 2011, 24. 4 years, no increases. Okay. 2012, 10 cents. 75% decrease. Dude, I honestly can't figure out why the hell you think this is a good deal. Seriously. Okay? No. IEP, no. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But wait, it gets worse. The summary. Well, actually, the summary's not that bad. If you're okay with consistent decreasing of dividends. What did they decrease it? Like 4 times? Okay, they decreased it 50%. They decreased it another 50%. They decreased it another 50%. Yeah, no, sorry. It's only offering 30%. But you're susceptible to decreased dividend. Yeah, no thank you. Just a big fat no. IEP, big dividend payment. Oh my goodness, just in time web. Did you not just hear what I said? Okay, IEP, icon. Okay, historical data. Dividends only. Okay, all the dividends they've ever paid out. All the way back to 1988. 4 years, from 1988, 4 years, no increase. Okay? 1992, 50% decrease. 1993, another 50% decrease. Then no dividends for 11 years. No payments, 11 years. And then in 2005, another decrease. Yeah, no. I have no idea what the hell you're thinking, brother. LICE. Uh-oh. Lost. Yeah, I only do Tesla on earnings. Okay. I don't do Tesla because they don't have no dividends. LICY. No idea who that is. That's probably going to be a no. I don't do monthlies. J. Monthlies, the numbers just don't work out, brother. Okay? If you like them, hey, more power to you. Okay, I'm not that kind of a trader. I'm looking for cash flow only. 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. Compounded at 62% per year. Dennis, by the way, YouTube has a dark mode that can be enabled on YouTube app and on the YouTube website. Cool beans. I'll have to figure that one out. El Pablo, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? It's me, Lex. What's happening, Lex? All right, so let's keep on going. LICY, no. LICY doesn't pay dividends, so that's a no. Thanks, 86. Costco, we already looked at that one. That's a no. That's a no. It's a weekly. Johnny Harris. What's Johnny Harris looking at? Johnny, I can't see what you're looking at. Sorry. Brian wants to take a look at Advanced Auto Parts. Looks good for next week. Well, let's take a gander at it. AAP. All right, Advanced Auto Parts. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the movement. Up, down, big drop, down, and then back up. 39.87. We'll be looking at the 40s. 283. Nice. What is that? 6%. Almost 7. Almost 7%. That's cool. Almost 7% on this. So let's take a closer look. Advanced Auto Parts a year ago, 57. Topped off at 89.28. Here's the bottom just recently. Look at your last 30 days. Okay? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's coming off of the 30-day bottom, shooting up. Look at all the space you have all the way to 41.50. That's a long way to go if you like Advanced Auto Parts. Yeah, it does, Brian. It looks great. Okay, what does it normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, all right, she's going to pull back just a little bit and then slowly go sideways and to the upside. Keno, 65, SCHD, hell no, brother. Seriously, dude, Take a look at the dividends. Go far back to the very beginning when they first started paying dividends, and then see how they progress month after month after month. Or sorry, quarter after quarter after quarter. Okay, are they consistently increasing? No, they're not. What is the rate of return on SCHD? 3%. You're going to put your money into a company that's going to pay you 3.47%? Hell no. Why would you do that? How do I get it on my computer? Anthony, I have no idea what you're talking about. Ooh, Larissa wants to take a look at Nucor, N-U-E. I think that's Nucor, isn't it? N-U-E. Nucor, yeah. All right. Oh, no. Yeah, sorry, kiddo. Look at this. Look at that big jump yesterday. Big jump yesterday. Profit taking today. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? Look at the size of this gap. That's going to fill in. And she's going to drop some more. Sorry. Hi, how about SC? Okay, I already said no to SCHD. How do I get it on my computer? Anthony, I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, Loon Star. NRG. What the heck is NRG? That's a no. NRG is a no. Reason why? Monthlies. Monthlies just don't work. It's currently at $100. The $100 is going for $240. Okay, so that's 2.4%. That can't be right. It's currently at 123, and the 100 for next week is going for 240. All right, but after that, if you don't miss it, and it's at a high at the moment. Okay, if you miss it, you got to hold it for 4 weeks. Are those dividend aristocrats? Okay, MJR, dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders. All have over 20 years of increased dividends. 20 years, that's 2 decades. Those are the only stocks that I personally like. DVA, good evening. Haven't seen you for a while. AEO, yep, you had to pick one of those companies I lost money on this year, didn't you? I lost money on AEO this year. I did. High, low, where was it, where is it? Up, down, up, down. Currently, we're at 1956. The 1950s are going for 36 cents. That's a little over 2%. I like 2%. 2% works for me. Okay, a year ago we opened up at 1847. The bottom of the year was 1592. And that was back towards the end of November of last year. Okay, the top of the year, 2644, and that was the first week of March. Okay, from there, here's the bottom right there. Bottom was the 9th of September, 1862. Shoots up, pulls back. Well, look at where we are now. Yesterday was the 30-day bottom, right here. Okay, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's turning around, going back to the upside. 1956. If you like it, it's almost 2%. Oh, okay. Jose Medina. If I have a stock, how can I get a dividend? I don't want to sell. You just got to wait it out, Jose. Okay, either the company pays dividends or it doesn't. Okay, and if you want to collect a dividend, you got to wait because they pay every 90 days or once per quarter. Dooley Drama, good evening. Luna Star 69. The stock has to have a dividend. Yep. Dr. Horton. Okay. Jay, please. ARBB. ARBB. ARB IoT Group Limited. Dude, seriously, it has no options. No dividends, no thank you. No options, no thank you. I'm holding NVIDIA before the slip. Okay. I don't like NVIDIA. The reason why, NVDA, the reason why I don't like NVIDIA, people don't get this for some strange reason. Okay, number one, it's at the high of the year. Yeah, it keeps going up. Big deal. I don't buy at the high, no thank you. Check the book value. The book value on NVIDIA, it's $2 a share. You're paying $150, $149.45, $150 for a $2 stock. What is the dividend on NVIDIA? 1 penny. 1 penny per share. Yeah, no thank you. Does rolling help you recapture big gains you missed out on during the week? Mark, I'm not really looking for big gains. I'm looking for consistency in profitability. I'm only looking for 1% per week. Okay, so let's say hypothetically I have $100,000. 1% per week is $1,000 per week. Now, if it takes me 10 or 15 minutes every day, which it doesn't, okay, that's about an hour a week. That's $1,000 an hour. 50% per year, that's $50,000 off of a $100,000 account. Can't see the screen too bright on display. Yeah, Saint, it's on YouTube. Ali Abasi, I have no idea who you are, dude. Okay, you want to, yeah, no, thank you. Pandemic Man, 22%, not 33%, by the way. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. What's your take on Verizon and Ford? Orlando, we already looked at Verizon and we already looked at Ford today. How is VOO? Not good? Nope, not at all. It follows the S&P. Really don't care. And I don't even like the S&P either. Now, all right, let's read some numbers off of VOO. VOO. Okay, the dividends for VOO. 2010. Just got in chat. Orlando, how are you today? Okay, YouTube. All right, Yahoo Finance. Here are the dividends for VOO. 56, 53, that's backwards. 54, 57, 58, 69, 57, backwards. 64, 69, 94, 67, backwards. 74, 79, 91, 78, backwards. 80, 88, 98, 90, backwards. 95, 101, 109, 109, backwards. 95, backwards. 88, backwards. 130, 1, backwards. 101, 118, 116, 121, 129, 146, 139, backwards, 130, backwards. Up, down, up, down, up, down. All the time. No consistency whatsoever. But it gets worse. It does. Okay, the Vanguard, VOO, for those of you like VOO, business bits. Are you ready for this? Good. A quick yes or no on Verizon. Verizon, no. Ford, no. Need income. All right, there you go. All right. So, VOO pays a whopping 1.29%. Please explain to me in a manner in which I'll understand. You can give it to me in third grade language if you feel it necessary. But please, you like VOO, explain to me why you think 1.29% for the year is a good rate of return. I'll wait. I'm sure people here in the audience would love to know why you think VOO, which pays 1.29% for the year, not a week, not a month, not a quarter, a year, 1.29%. Seriously, dude, what the hell are you thinking? Don't you even read the numbers? Okay, the S&P is basically the exact same. SPY. Okay, spiders. 1.23%. Explain to me why you think 1.23% is a good return for the year. Seriously. Pandemic Man is actually 75% decrease, 23 to 20 to 6. Yeah, that's actually horrible if you think about it. BKTO, no. Ooh, DVA, Dollar General. How about JEPQ? Oh my God. Orlando, dude. Did you look at the numbers on JEPQ? It's almost as bad. JEPQ. Oh, well, this one's not as bad. It gives you a 9.5% for the year. So you apparently don't like 50% per year. You prefer 9.5% per year. But let's take a look at the dividends. Historical data. Okay. Dividends only. The maximum amount of dividends. 2022. So basically, JEPQ is 2 years old. And you think a 2-year-old company is going to consistently pay you 9% per year? It's 2 years old. Most companies don't get past 3 to 5 years. DLTR, that's Dollar Tree. DLTR. Dollar Tree. Ooh, big drop. See that? Okay. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, down. 64, the 64s are going for 169. That's way over 2%. That's close to 2.5%. But look at where she's in the past couple of weeks. Okay? Way up here, 105. Big drop all the way down to 60. Goes from 105 to 60. That's a $45 drop. That's a huge drop. Up, down, up, down. The 30-day bottom yesterday. 1 day to the upside. DLTR. Gotta write that one down. Should I invest my life savings into stocks? DMZ, I have no idea who you are. I have no idea what your risk factors are. I have no idea what your goals are. No idea or anything. I cannot give you any type of answer other than the fact that today's Thursday. That's about the only answer I can give you. User 656914487763 Tesla, no. Not today. NTDOY, no. Tesla, no. ABNB, no. AWR, ooh, American Water is a cool company, no. Did you say Walgreens was better at 9 or 9.50? I didn't. James, can you recommend 3? Whoa. Can you recommend me 3 or 4 good dividend paying ETFs or stocks to invest 200 grand in? Thanks. Orlando, I'd love to be able to tell you, buddy, but I know absolutely nothing about you. Okay? I cannot give you any kind of information without knowing something about you. So if you really want to chat, send me your phone number. I'll give you a call and we can have a conversation. Hey, been a long time. Been making 500 plus consistently every week. Cool beans, Lex. Up 25 grand since finding your channel in May. Double cool beans. I'll expect my cut sooner than later. I'm glad you're doing good, buddy. Seriously, that's great. AWR is American Water. Okay, that's a monthly. That's a no. User 6569 blah blah blah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Realty. No, numbers are horrible. How can I send you my number? Well, you can go over to TikTok and send me a number, or I wouldn't send it on YouTube, because if you post it on YouTube, everybody's going to see it. In YouTube, hypothetically speaking, there should be a link that goes to my TikTok, because I check TikTok 3 or 4 times a day. YouTube, I check it once a week maybe. Big Blue, never heard of it. J Puck 33, Starbucks. Liberals are going to need lots of comfort coffee. Alrighty. S-Bucks. B-U-X. I did S-Bucks earlier this year. I did it right back in May where they made that big drop right here. See, I had it here at 88. Then she made a big, huge drops. So I bought some more here to dollar cost average. Finally got out. All right. Starbuckies, the last 30 days. Right there we go. Take a look at the motion. The motion of the ocean, baby. Down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, no. Sorry. She's actually coming down off of a 30-day high. I love a 30-day high. Really, I do. Because at a 30-day high, you know there's profit taking. Okay? If it goes up, take your profits. When they're done taking their profits, they will find a new bottom, turn around, go back up. That's when you want to jump in. So I'm going to put Starbuckies on my list for next week. So just come back again next week if you really like Starbucks, and we'll take a look at it again. Okay, R Stone 7, Big Blue, never heard of it. You got to give me a ticker symbol. Brian, Halliburton. I actually have some Halliburton. Ooh, nice move up. Okay, high, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the direction. Down, up, down. Now she's bouncing up. 29.55 currently. The 29.50 is going for 57. Nice. A little over 1.5% if you like Halliburton. It's a simple question. Do you like Halliburton? Do you like it at this number? Well, let's take a closer look. Last 30 days. Look at the last 30 days. Up, down, up. Now she's coming down. Nope. Best just wait. Wait it out. User 6569, blah, blah, blah. Dell. Huh? Take a look at Dell. Yeah, JPuck, we already looked at Microsoft. James, how about PBR? No. Zim, no. TX. TX. What the heck is TX? That's going to be a no. Yeah, everyone you said was a no, dude. Sorry. Okay, specifically, think about this for a second. Everything you just asked me was a no. Okay? I like companies that are consistently profitable. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% a week. That's what I'm looking for. Companies like Home Depot, Lowe's, IBM, AT&T, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Capital One Finance, ConocoPhillips, ExxonMobil. Companies I have heard of, companies that I'm familiar with, that have consistently increased their dividends for more than 2 decades. That's 20 years. If they're not consistently profitable, I want nothing to do with them. No dividends? No thank you. No options? No thank you. Weekly options only. Monthlies? No thank you. There's only about 300 companies I really look at. Everything else, in my opinion, is a waste of my personal time. I'm not looking for capital appreciation. I'm looking for cash flow, and that's it. And I understand a lot of you here looking for capital appreciation. You want to buy a stock and watch it go through the roof. Well, great. You're in the wrong place. That's not what I'm doing here. I have no desire whatsoever to put money into a company and wait for it to move. No. No, no, double no. Alrighty, so let's keep on keeping on. 100 shares of Microsoft is 42,000. That's a bit steep. Well, then don't buy Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft is a good company. Great. It's out of my price range too. I do $250 or less. Okay? Microsoft is not on my list. Is dividend stock vegetarian friendly? Well, they're stocks. You don't eat them. Okay, PLTR, no. Let's take a look at Dell. I like Dell. Okay, Astern. Exetern. I don't know that. How do you pronounce that? ECS turn. Extern. I have no idea. Okay, so Dell. I love Dell. DELL. Take a look at the numbers for Dell. Oh, 138. Maybe not. It's only, what, 13,000 for 100 shares? But take a look at the numbers. That's where it was. This is where it is. Up, down, back up again. Nice movement to the upside. More than likely it's going to be a no because it's already at a 30-day high. Okay, I don't like buying it at a 30-day high. It's going to be a no. Okay, the high was yesterday. She's starting to come down now. Your profit taking has commenced. Okay, once she's done with the profit taking, we'll put Dell down, not for next week, 2 weeks, because we give it plenty of time for it to drop. Okay, see where it is? It's at 30-day high. Okay, this week coming up, she'll probably get down here, and then she'll probably get down to the 120 area in about 2 or 3 weeks after the profit taking is done. 10 minutes to go. Apple is moving. Apple's on. Oh, AAP. Yep, that is. You really believe you can get 1% per week also after tax? All right, CK, if you're paying taxes, someone is doing you a disservice. It is your right to not pay taxes legally. Get yourself an accountant, not an accountant, a tax strategist or a tax planner. They will show you how to trade, how to set up your accounts so you do not have to pay taxes. Okay, and do I get 1% per week? Yes, I do. Let's come on over to my website. Okay, the 10-minute trader. Okay, first thing you're going to see is all my social media. Underneath that, you'll see the 3 accounts that I share with everybody. Let's go down to here. Check this out. Week 28, second week, third quarter. Walgreens, Macy's, Walgreens, Siri, Comcast, MPW, and more Walgreens. What did I do that week? 5.2%. Account number 2, Win, AEO, MPW, Kohl's, Walgreens, MPW, Kohl's, AEO, Macy's, Bitto, AEO, MPW. 1.3 in that account. This account over here, 3.84%. Macy's, Kohl's, MPW. Every single trade that I have done so far this year is logged in, and you can check the numbers yourself. Okay? Week number 1, first quarter. Click on that. Check out the date. 1/2/24. That was January 2nd. Every single trade that I made. Macy's, General Motors, Ford, CVS. I made 2.12%. Okay, over here. CVS, General Motors, airline, what is that one? Southwest Airlines, Comcast, Ford. Okay, 2.99%. I do more than 1% every single week. I just don't want to say I do more than 1%. Okay, 1% a week. That's my goal. Do I make it every time? No. Look at right here. 3.9%. Week 11, first quarter. Week 12, first quarter, 0.9. I didn't make 1% that week. Okay, 1.2, 1.5, 6.7, 1.2, 4.4, 1.65, 1.19, 1.19, 1.65. Yeah, dude, more than 1% every single week. The numbers are there. Check them out yourself. Just click on one. Here it is. AEO, Able Mall, Macy's, Lowe's, AEO, Marathon, Walgreens, Bitto, AEO, Able Mall. They're all there. Oh, 0.92. Didn't make 1% that time. Close, 0.92. That's not that bad. Yeah, so who said that one? CK? Yeah, I do over 1% every week. Average. What stock was that about dividends in 3 years? I have no idea what we're talking about. Because the question, you got to remember, I got TikTok here, YouTube here, trading. Yep, got it, DC. TikTok, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and then another YouTube channel here. So I get questions coming all over the place. So if I don't do that all the time, get to your question, I do get to them all as best I can. So I got 39 questions. No more stocks. Let's go through the questions. 86, yeah. Ask 86. He's been here since January. Okay? He comes almost every single night. He's got nothing better to do. 86. If he averaged over 52% rate of return per year, he wouldn't be on TikTok. I just love it when people tell me how to live my life. Seriously, I do. And you have no idea why I'm here. The reason why I'm here on TikTok, I am creating a legacy for my children. And I'm not just on TikTok. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I am on Twitter. I am creating a legacy for my children and my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren. They're going to want to know, well, how to do this. Great. Here's the legacy. I've been doing it since January. Actually, I've been doing it for over 15 years. Now, I've been trading for 20 years, 2 decades. My first 5 years weren't that good. Join the curse. We will see him do it every day. Yep. Paul likes it. Paul keeps coming back. But anyway, I'm doing it because I'm going to be creating a hedge fund in about a year or so. So I need to have a DC pockets. I stopped trading because I always lost. Hey, I have some people that are the same boat as you. So I'm creating a hedge fund in another year or two. So I need to have performance that people can look at and people can watch. So as I'm doing these trades every single day, okay, and let me go right to here. YouTube, let's go back one.
Hi, I'm Jake.
Let's go back one to right here.
And this is James from Dividend Stock Talk. Now, I'm not even going to go any further.
January 2024. That was this year.
And we're at the annual high.
Okay, so I've been doing this for a very long time, and the reason why I'm doing it is I want to create a fund for the average guy. Now, the average guy has been getting screwed over long enough. I should know I was an average guy. Now, I am doing it specifically so that my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren can see it when I'm gone. So when I start in my fund, years from now, I'll have a very nice, which country are you from? I'm from the Boston area. So I don't like it when people tell me what I should do. Okay, I'm here sharing information. The number one question you should be asking, okay, nothing about what you're saying. Okay, if you average 52% a year, why am I on TikTok? Yeah, that's not the question you should be asking. The question you should be asking is, does it make sense? Don't believe a word I say. Don't. Take a look at the numbers yourself. Does it make sense? If I like Dell, it's currently at a high, I won't buy it at a high. If you want to buy it at a high, hey, that's up to you. All right? But if I'm buying at 138 and I'm selling for 138 and I'm getting 335, that's over 1%. If you want to argue numbers, I'm more than happy to do it. I'm not here to satisfy you whatsoever. I am here because I'm trying to create a legacy for my children and my grandchildren. You just so happen to be here to witness it. That's it. All right, how you doing? So let's keep on going. Finish up these questions before the day's over. Don't. Yeah. 86 got rid of Ryan. As I'm talking to Ryan, he's no longer there, but okay. Anyway, Bruno, Jennifer, blah, blah, blah. Uh-oh. What am I doing? DHI said no. Tesla said no. Sorry, Jet. What's my take on Ben? Orlando, I like Ben. Seriously, I really do. Unfortunately, it is a monthly optional stock. The numbers just don't work for me. I've never, ever traded Ben. It's Franklin Financial. Yeah, no. If you sell a covered call, do you get to keep the dividend if the stock pays out a dividend? JRJ. Hold on. DC Project. Why doesn't my uncle just do trading only produces gold? Okay, whatever. I can't answer that question for you. Okay, that's a question you have to ask your uncle. Okay, so when you buy a dividend stock, let's go over to here. Okay, here's the calendar. Each one of these little green dots represent an EX dividend date. That is the last day the stock trades before the dividends paid out. There's only 4 dates to remember when it comes to dividend stocks. Date number 1 is the announcement date. Date number 2 is the EX dividend date. That is the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid out. Date number 3 is the date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. So if you're doing a covered call on a dividend stock, if you own the stock on the date of record, you are entitled to dividend. What time do you sleep? You look tired. I'll get plenty of sleep when I'm dead. Who said that? Who knows who said that? I'll get plenty of sleep when I'm dead. Anyway, date number 4, payment date. So it's 4 dates: announcement date, EX date, date of record, and payment date. If you want to collect the dividend, you got to buy it before the EX date. Those little green dots here. Okay, KHC, that's Kraft Heinz. KO, that's Coca-Cola. Moody's, Kroger, Capital One Finance, T-Mobile, Johnson & Johnson, so on and so forth. There are literally thousands of stocks that actually pay a dividend. So if you want to collect the dividend, you got to buy it before the EX date and hold it past the date of record. IEP missed their target Q over Q. Huge. Yeah, I don't like IEP. Take a look at the numbers. Seriously, look at the numbers. Okay, the dude, IEP, Icon, yeah, he paid, what was it, 48 cents a share? Then he dropped it to 24, and then he dropped it to 12, and then he dropped it to 10. Hell no. Sorry. I'm a numbers guy. If the numbers aren't there, no, thank you. Tesla, no. Sorry, Jet. LB is up 35% June. Why is Salesforce stock not moving? Don't know, don't care. LB. You know, if the numbers don't work, it's no. JRJ, as long as you own the shares 1 day before the EX date, you can receive the dividend. Absolutely right. All right, IEP 50% dividend, yep, no. DHI, IEP paying soon. IEP's a big fat no. Sorry, just in time. QDTE, dude, seriously, check the numbers. Okay, I'm not just saying what am I buying it for, what am I getting as a dividend. No. Check historical data. How well do they increase their dividends year after year after year? Well, it's a no. AT&T, we already looked at that one. Starbucks, we already looked at Starbucks. Noble, ooh, James, or Orlando, dude, you got to do a little bit better with your picks. Seriously, there's 9,754 different companies trading on the stock market. You got to pick one that's consistently profitable and has weekly options. User, what do? I bought DJT at 35. Well, number one, you shouldn't have bought it. Okay, it's a new company. It's like, what, 2 or 3 years old? That's it. Spider, no. Mickey D's, ooh, good. Coors, not bad. AC Stern, okay. I have stocks made you rich. Have stocks made you rich? No. Walgreens is filing for bankruptcy. No, they ain't. I bought Coors at $9.66 today, and it's at, should I sell or hold? Dude, I can't tell you that. That's a question only you can answer. If you bought $9.66 today and it's at $15.86, well, here's an idea. It ain't a profit until you take it. And nobody ever went broke taking profits. What's the website? The 10-Minute Trader. Larissa. Sir, do you help me? Mohammed, how are you today? I'm just getting ready to sign off, dude. Okay? So if you really want my help, send me a what do you call it? A DM, direct message, and I will chat with you. Larissa, okay, wait a second. I am fine. Namaste. That's about right, isn't it? Coach Joel, dude, just getting ready to sign off. I profited of James' strategy. The only times I don't is when I break the rules or get greedy. Larissa, that green monster in your shoulder, you got to get it under control sooner or later. Is this calendar accessible to viewers that is profoundly informative? Mart, Hold on a second. James, Walgreens, okay to own for a dividend. Orlando, I like Walgreens. Sir, my son is in the hospital. He is sick. I am a driver in the house. Okay, salary to, okay. I don't know what that means. But this calendar here is in the trading platform. It's called Think or Swim. You can go to thinkorswim.com and actually download this to your computer or your laptop. It is free to use for about 30 days, 60 days. It belongs to Charles Schwab. Okay? I've been using it for over 20 years before Charles Schwab bought it. El Pablo, what tickers look good today? I missed part of the knowledge, okay? Mohammed, yeah. Sorry, dude. Chewy's going to be a no. Nike. MPW. Andrea, I like MPW. We have to do it tomorrow. I had to jump off. I got it. MPW is a nightmare. Common sense in crazy times. Wow. Why would he say MPWs? MPW. Okay, MPW has been going down a lot lately. Thanks, you appreciate it. Can I just trade by buying and selling and collecting profits, or do I have to worry about dividends? User, no. Am I thinking wrong one? I don't know. Okay, Sammy O is a no. Yeah, medical properties. Now, don't get me wrong, I like medical properties. Stewart, bankruptcy, etc. Common sense, I have no idea what that means. Okay? The last 30 days for MPW. Okay, she's coming down, going sideways. She got a new 30-day bottom right here. So I don't buy at the 30-day bottom. I wait for it to turn around and go back up. Never mind, be right back. I may be thinking wrong stock. Could be. Anyway, it's past 11:30. I got lots to do. That being said, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, take you along for the ride for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. Those are companies that have consistently increased their profits that they share with their investors through a dividend check over 20 consecutive years. That means higher and higher dividends every single year. That being said, I am done. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Now, for those of you in the morning trading group, we're jumping in at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, just before the market closes. Sure glad you found me. Well, I'm here every single night, 9:30. You guys have a great night. No, wait, no, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock to 11:30. All right, done over here. On what is this one? This one is Twitter. Ended. Okay, so you guys, great. Catch you again tomorrow. So we are done here, done there, done there. Come on. And now, there we go. And over here, and now.